A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello and welcome back to A+ English. I'm Seb.
I'm Chickling.
And we were talking about comfortable conversations, weren't we, yesterday? So what happened in yesterday's article?
So we had a nosy neighbor whose
Right.
name was Donald.
Right.
And he keeps asking questions, awkward questions to Nancy.
Making Nancy go, And also her classmate Claire as well. She was also complaining about her boyfriend, saying very personal things. And these guys, they didn't have a lot of very good manners, did they? No. So manners are the kind of the rules that we follow to be nice to other people, basically. So if you have good manners, you are polite, you are considerate of other people, you think about other people. And if you have bad manners, you know, maybe you eat with your mouth open, maybe you're loud, you're rude. You know, so Donald, for example, had quite bad manners, you know, because he was, you know, asking very personal questions, making Nancy feel uncomfortable. Yes. So today we're going to look at some suggestions, some ways that you can have better manners when you're speaking English and how you can make people feel more comfortable when you're speaking English. So let's get started.
Tips for comfortable conversations. Here are some ways to have a polite, comfortable conversation. Listen to the other person and show interest. Don't ask strangers personal questions about things like money. Ask open questions, not just yes or no questions. Don't say bad things about a person's looks. Don't just talk about yourself.
I like your shirt. Where did you buy it?
How much money do you make at your job?
Who's your favorite singer?
Oh my God, you look tired. Are you sick? Why do you look so bad?
Did you put on weight after the Chinese New Year vacation?
Word power!
Polite. Polite. Parents teach children to be polite by saying please and thank you. Parents teach children to be polite by saying please and thank you. Interest. Interest. Reggie showed interest in music, so his grandmother taught him to play the piano. Reggie showed interest in music, so his grandmother taught him to play the piano. Favorite. Favorite. Amanda's favorite kind of dessert is chocolate cake. She always eats a piece after dinner. Amanda's favorite kind of dessert is chocolate cake. She always eats a piece after dinner. Tired. Tired. Christy felt tired after work, so she went to bed right after she got home. Christy felt tired after work, so she went to bed right after she got home.
认识字汇
Conversation. Personal.
So our article today starts with a list of suggestions or 建议 for how to have comfortable conversations. We start with this line. Here are some ways to have a polite, comfortable conversation.
好，所以今天我们就要给大家一些建议哦，要怎么有礼貌的跟适当的与人对话，不要造成别人的不舒服。Oh, I wonder what they are.
Well, yeah, so do I. But first we need to find out what the word polite means, and that's an adjective, and it's spelled P-O-L-I-T-E, polite. So, someone who is polite behaves and speaks in a way that is nice, kind, and good for a social situation. Here's some examples of polite behavior. Behavior, by the way, is 行为. Shake someone's hand when you meet them. Okay, so we shake someone's hand, or, in Japan, for example, they bow to people when they meet them. Those are polite ways of greeting someone. Or you could offer your seat to someone on the MRT. Maybe other people are tired, maybe it's an elderly person or a pregnant woman, and they need the seat more than you, so you can give them your seat. Or you could hold open the door for someone as they're coming into a room. So those are all polite things because you're thinking about someone else and what someone else needs, not thinking about yourself. But if your behavior is not polite, what is it? Well, it's rude. Rude people do not care about other people's feelings. They are loud, they have bad manners, and they might push in front of you on the MRT or spit on the street. That's all rude behavior. Now, our example sentence for polite is, parents teach children to be polite by saying please and thank you. Parents teach children to be polite by saying please and thank you.
所以 polite 就是有礼貌的意思。那么日常生活中，我们形容一个人不礼貌，我们也很常用 rude 这一个字，讲话粗鲁啦、太大声、行为举止很糟糕，我们都能说一个人很 rude，也就是 impolite。And we know that both polite and impolite are adjectives，它们两个都是形容词哦。那名词就加上 any assist 就好了，就会变成 politeness 和 impoliteness。那我们看一下老师的例句。所以父母教导孩子们呢，都透过教孩子说要说谢谢跟请来展现礼貌。那 conversation 通常是指私人就是没有很正式的谈话。Like if Seb and I are talking about something, we are having a conversation with each other.
Or we're chatting. We could also say we're chatting as well. Okay, so now we're going to see our first bit of advice, our first suggestion on how to have a polite, comfortable conversation. Listen to the other person and show interest. Now, this is important. A lot of times people pretend to listen, but really they're just waiting for their turn to speak, Yeah. Have you ever had a conversation with someone where they just really want to talk about themselves?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I am usually the one that listens to them. So, 好了，我们来看一下老师刚刚讲的哦。所以这一句呢，就是说我们应该认真听其他人说话，去倾听，表现出我们的兴趣，而不是好像一直自己要讲，然后都不太听别人讲话。
Yes, you need to show interest, and that is a noun, and it's spelled I-N-T-E-R-E-S-T. Interest. So interest is a feeling of wanting to know more about something. We show interest when we let other people know that what they are talking about is interesting. We could also say that we are interested in what they're saying. Now, I used 3 forms of the word interest there. We had interest, the noun, interesting, which is an adjective, and interested, which is also an adjective. Now, the difference between interesting and interested is that interesting describes something that makes you feel interest or show interest, while interested describes how you feel about something. So an interesting movie makes you feel interested. Does that make sense? We could also talk about the words boring and bored. So imagine you're in a really dull math class, which you really don't want to be in, and it's very slow and it's not interesting. It's a very boring class. So how do you feel? You feel bored. You're not boring, you're an interesting person, but you feel bored. Our example sentence for interest, though, is Reggie showed interest in music, so his grandmother taught him to play the piano. Reggie showed interest in music, so his grandmother taught him to play the piano.
好 ，interest 就是兴趣的意思。那在文章中是当名词。那老师刚刚有讲到几个变化型哦。Interested 就是对什么东西感兴趣。我们常常会说 be interested in something， like I am interested in cooking， I am interested in reading。Or
interested in someone.
Oh yeah,
that means you like someone.
对，对谁有兴趣，或者是呢 ，interesting 很有趣的意思。譬如说，我们再用2个例句来举例好了。Gavin is interested in math，就是代表说呢 ，math is pretty interesting to Gavin。所以有很多形容词都可以这样用，像是 exciting 令人兴奋的 ，excited 感到兴奋的。那 boring 就是令人感到无聊的或无趣的。那 bored 就是你自己很无聊。I am so bored。Never say I am boring, because you're not boring.
No, you're cool.
好，所以我们看一下课文例句。课文例句说了 ，Reggie 展现出对音乐的兴趣，所以他的祖母呢就教他弹钢琴。
So our next suggestion is don't ask strangers personal questions about things like money. That is what Donald did, didn't he? He was like, "Do you make enough money to live on this expensive street?"
It was kind of rude.
Yeah, it was, especially to strangers, people that you don't know. 陌生人, right? Yeah.
陌生人，对。
Yeah, you need to be polite with strangers because you don't know them.
好 and we have the word personal. Personal means private or relating to somebody's private life. 就是私人的意思。那我们这边的 like 代表就是 similar to 像的意思，意思就是说不要随便问别人私人的问题啊，像是金钱相关的问题。
Our next suggestion is ask open questions, not just yes or no questions.
And if something is an open question, people can have different opinions about it, and no one can say which opinion is right or wrong. 就是开放性问题的意思。所以我们在跟别人谈话呀，我们应该问人家开放式问题，而不是只是让人家回答 "Oh yes" 或者是 "No" 的问题。
That doesn't make much of a good conversation, does it? When you're just like, no. Yes. Anyway, when you're having these conversations, when you're asking your open your open questions, don't say bad things about a person's looks. Actually, don't say bad things about a person's looks anytime, really. Not just when you're having nice conversations.
Even if you're saying it privately, I don't think it's good.
Yes.
好，所以 looks 就是外表的意思，所以我们不该批评别人的外表。
And don't just talk about yourself. Ooh, I can think about some people in my life who definitely like to talk about themselves.
对，我们也不要只是单单谈论自己。We have to show interest in others.
Yes. Listen and ask questions. All right, the article says we are going to practice or try out these suggestions now. But let's quickly recap on what we've learned about comfortable conversations first. So one of them was to listen to the other person and show interest. What else was there?
And we should not ask strangers personal questions about things like money.
Right. And ask open questions, not just yes or no questions.
And do not say bad things about a person's looks.
And don't just talk about yourself. Other people are interesting too.
Yeah.
So we have some sentences now, which are either okay, comfortable sentences, or not okay, awkward sentences. So our first one is, I like your shirt. Where did you buy it? Okay, that's an open question.
Yeah.
We're asking, where the shirt came from, and it's a compliment as well. It's a nice thing to say.
OK， 所以我这样子就问的蛮好的啦。我喜欢你的衬衫，就像是一个赞美嘛。那你在哪里买的？你问这样，大家就对方就能讲出说我在哪里买的，这样就可以表达出我们对对方的兴趣。
And another one would be, how much money do you make at your job? That's
money
not
again.
Okay. Yeah, remember, we don't talk about money, and it's too personal. We never ask that. And it's especially one that you don't want to ask someone you don't know very well. Actually, anyone. I don't think I'd ask any of my friends how much money they earn at their job. Another one, though, is you should never ask a stranger their age.
Oh, that is true.
Is very
but if
personal.
they look really young, I think it's fine.
Okay. If you say, oh, you look so young, you're 18, right?
Yeah, you have to give them a compliment first before you ask them.
Yes.
所以你工作赚多少钱？你薪水多少？这个问题是绝对不可以问的哦，太私人的，而且非常的不礼貌。
But here's a good one. You could ask them, who's your favorite singer?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
就是你最喜欢的歌手是谁呢？那大家就可以讲很多嘛。 所以就会是一个很棒的 open question.
Very good question asking about the favorite singer. Favorite, by the way, is an adjective and it's spelled F-A-V-O-R-I-T-E. Favorite. So when something is our favorite, is the thing that we like the most. So if I say that my favorite singer is Ariana Grande, that means that she is the singer I like the most. One of my favorites is another phrase we can use. And we talk about something being one of our favorites, it means that it is one of the things that we like the most. So again, if I said Ariana Grande was one of my favorite singers, that means that I have some others that I like a lot as well, but Ariana Grande is one of them. Now we have one more we can use with favorite, and that is the least favorite. And your least favorite thing is the thing that you don't like, basically. It's a nice way of saying that you don't like something. That was my least favorite activity that we did today, for example. And what do you call your favorite friend? Well, you call them your best friend or your BFF. That is the person that you like the most, the friend that you can trust with all your secrets, the person you want to spend all your time with. So our example sentence for favorite is Amanda's favorite kind of dessert is chocolate cake. She always eats a piece after dinner. Amanda's favorite kind of dessert is chocolate cake. She always eats a piece after dinner.
所以 favorite 就是最喜爱的、特别喜爱的意思，是一个形容词哦。那我们有另外一个字跟它很像吧，是 favor， 它可以当名词跟动词，那它就是有帮助、偏爱、赞同的意思。那我们来造几个例句。His mother clearly favors her youngest child. 他妈妈很明显偏爱老幺。Or could you do me a favor? 意思就是 could you help me? 你可以帮我一个忙吗？那课文例句就是说呢 ，Amanda 最喜欢的甜点就是巧克力蛋糕，她总是在晚餐之后吃一块。That's like me.
Yes. Every evening?
Not every
dinner?
I don't do it anymore. I used to do it back in high school.
You know, I heard there's a diet where you can have a piece of chocolate cake every morning for breakfast.
Really?
Yes. We'll talk about that after. But let's get back to our sentences.
Okay.
Here's a bad sentence, one that we shouldn't say. Oh my God, you look tired. Are you sick? Why do you look so bad? Okay, so we know that this is not an okay question.
No.
This is not a good question.
所以老天啊，你看起来好累，你生病了吗？你看起来怎么这么糟糕啊？看来这就非常的不 OK 哦。意思说别人现在看起来很不 OK 嘛。
Yeah, I hate it when people tell me I look tired.
Yeah.
You know, last week I came into work and my boss looked at me and she said, "Are you tired today, Seb?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Oh, you look tired." And that is actually our next word, tired.
Okay.
And that is an adjective and it is spelled T-I-R-E-D, tired. So when a person or animal is tired, they need sleep. Now you'll see why I wasn't so happy that my boss asked me if I was tired, because tired people might have puffy eyes, you know, they have these little dark rings here. They might yawn, that's a 哈欠, or they might even nod off. That is when you're so tired, your head starts to drop down and you start to fall asleep. So that's nodding off. Now, like interested and interesting, we can also say that something is tiring, that's an adjective, or that something makes us tired. So, for example, running 10 kilometers is very tiring, so it makes you tired, it makes you want to rest. Now, there's a similar couple of adjectives we can use, like tired and tiring. We can also say exhausted and exhausting. Now, when something is exhausting, it makes you really, really tired. So that actually would work in our example sentence for tired. We could say, Christy felt tired after work, so she went to bed right after she got home. Christy felt tired after work, so she went to bed right after she got home. So there we could also say she felt exhausted after work as well.
所以 tired 就是疲累的意思，是个形容词哦。那跟我们前面提到的形容词一样，所以 tired 我们就是感到疲累的 I am so tired 我好累哦，或者是 tiring 令人感到疲累的。那有另外两个字 exhausted exhausting 都是很累的意思。那还有另外一个片语 nod off 老师刚刚有说到，就是打瞌睡的意思。那你就可以说啊He is always nodding off in class. 他上课总是在打瞌睡。那么我们看到 why 这一个字 why 就是问原因，为什么？比如说 Why didn't you come to the party? 你为什么没有来派对啊？ Or why did you quit your job? 你为什么要辞职？ 那我们来看一下课文例句。Christy 工作之后觉得很累，所以她一回家就去睡了。
Okay, so we have our next suggestion now as well, don't we? Did you put on weight after the Chinese New Year vacation? Okay, that one's not okay. I don't know which one is worst. Like, do you look tired or
I think this one
did you
is
put on weight?
I think this one is worse. A little bit worse.
Okay.
Typically, or it just literally means that you look fat.
Yes, right.
You
Put
look
on weight,
chubby.
it's not a positive thing.
You don't look
Yeah.
slim. 好，那意思就是说过年之后你是变胖了。哦，我最讨厌别人问我是不是变胖。I hate it when people ask me that. 就是增加体重的意思 ，put on weight. 那这个问题很不礼貌，大家要小心哦。那我们接下来看一下 weight 有几个，增加体重就是 put on weight。那么 weight 是名词哦，那去掉 t weigh 是动词，所以你多少体重 ？How much do you weigh? This is not really polite either.
That is a terrible question to ask somebody in a conversation, especially a stranger. Like, hi, my name's Seb. What work do you do? Where do you live?
How much do
do
you
you weigh? Right, but before we go into any more awkward conversations, let's go to our magic box and then we'll be right back with review time.
Magic Box 找亮点。
Hello， 我是 Casey。Where do you like to go on the weekends？ 你周末都喜欢去哪里呢？像是我呢 ，I like to go many places like movie theaters and coffee shops。以我来说的话呢，我喜欢去很多地方像是电影院看电影啊，或者是去咖啡厅待着。咦，刚刚那句话 Casey 说了那么多次的 like， 到底有什么不一样呢？Like 这个字很简单哦，像是 I like to dance, I like to play soccer。当动词用的时候呢，喜欢做某件事情或是喜欢某个人，都可以用这个字哦。但是你知道 like 这个字还有其他的用法吗？除了很常见的当做动词使用之外 ，like 它还可以当做介系词来用。意思呢，解释为跟某个人、事物相似，或是相近于某人、事物这样的意思。或者呢，单纯的像某人事物都可以哦。看看以下这个例子会更清楚啦。Simon looks like her father, his father. Simon 跟他爸爸长得很像。Look like something 呢，就有着看起来像是什么的意思。或者下面这一句 ，I bought a new bag just like yours. 我买了一个新包包，就跟你的一模一样哎。再来呢 ，like 还可以当作是给例子的时候来用，就跟 such as 这个片语是一样的啦。像是呢，我每天都带好多东西出门，像是电脑啊、水壶啊等等的东西，那我就可以说 Every day I bring so many things with me。后面呢就可以用 like 来带出举例 ，like my computers and my water bottle. They are so heavy， 重死我了。同一句话呢，我也可以换成 such as 的用法，所以我也可以说 Every day I bring so many things with me。Such as my computer and my water bottle. Like 很好用吧？你也来练习看看吧。用 like 说，我爱喝饮料，像是绿茶跟真奶。提示一下哦，真奶可以用bubble tea 来翻译。
The answer is I love drinks like green tea and bubble tea. 你答对了吗
？Wait for it, it's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Okay, so it's review time, and you know what that means?
That means we have to play the game.
Yes, games.
Oh yay! I love games.
Me too. So what are we going to play today? How about charades? Let's play charades. Okay. So I think you know how to play charades, right? We have to act out a word without making any sounds, and the other person has to guess what that word is. So, okay, I'm going to do a word now.
Oh, this one is so easy. He's yawning, so I suppose that you're tired.
Oh, I am tired. Tired of making this video.
You can make a really good actor.
Yes. I mean, I try. Okay, let's do another one now. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're both very Polite.
Polite, exactly. I'm not being rude, am I? No, I'm being very polite. Okay. Well, we had another 2 words in there as well. I won't say what they are now, but why don't you guys try and act those out and see if your partners can guess what they are. But for A+ English, this is all the time we have. So I'm Seb.
I'm Chickling.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Tips for comfortable conversations. Here are some ways to have a polite, comfortable conversation. Listen to the other person and show interest. Don't ask strangers personal questions about things like money. Ask open questions, not just yes or no questions. Don't say bad things about a person's looks. Don't just talk about yourself.
I like your shirt. Where did you buy it?
How much money do you make at your job?
Who's your favorite singer?
Oh my God, you look tired. Are you sick? Why do you look so bad?
Did you put on weight after the Chinese New Year vacation?
Word power!
Polite. Polite. Parents teach children to be polite by saying please and thank you. Parents teach children to be polite by saying please and thank you. Interest. Interest. Reggie showed interest in music, so his grandmother taught him to play the piano. Reggie showed interest in music, so his grandmother taught him to play the piano. Favorite. Favorite. Amanda's favorite kind of dessert is chocolate cake. She always eats a piece after dinner. Amanda's favorite kind of dessert is chocolate cake. She always eats a piece after dinner. Tired. Tired. Christy felt tired after work, so she went to bed right after she got home. Christy felt tired after work, so she went to bed right after she got home.
认识字汇
Conversation. Personal.